Want to reach Night Talks Radio? That's easy. Simply dial 1-507-384-9390.
What's Choose Life?
What?
Choose life. Simon says it sometimes. He says, "Choose life, Veronica."
Choose life. Choose life was a well-meaning slogan from a 1980s anti-drug campaign. And we used to add things to it. So I might say, for example, choose designer lingerie in the vain hope of kicking some life back into a dead relationship. Choose handbags. Choose high-heeled shoes, cashmere and silk to make yourself feel what passes for happy. Choose an iPhone made in China by a woman who jumped out of a window and stick it in the pocket of your jacket fresh from a South Asian fire trap. Choose Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram and 1,000 other ways to spew your bile across people you never met. Choose updating your profile. Tell the world what you had for breakfast and hope that someone somewhere cares. Choose looking up old flames, desperate to believe that you don't look as bad as they do. Choose live blogging from your first wank to your last breath. Human interaction reduced to nothing more than data. Choose 10 things you never knew about celebrities who'd had surgery. Choose screaming about abortion. Choose rape jokes, slut-shaming, revenge porn, and an endless tide of depressing misogyny. Choose 9/11 never happened. And if it did, it was the Jews. Choose a 0-hour contract and a 2-hour journey to work. And choose the same for your kids, only worse. And maybe tell yourself it's better that they never happened. And then sit back and smother the pain with an unknown dose of an unknown drug made in somebody's fucking kitchen. Choose unfulfilled promise and wishing you'd done it all differently. Choose never learning from your own mistakes. Choose watching history repeat itself. Choose the slow reconciliation towards what you can get rather than what you always hoped for. Settle for less and keep a brave face on it. Choose disappointment. And choose losing the ones you loved, and as they fall from view, a piece of you dies with them. Until you can see that one day in the future, piece by piece, they will all be gone, and there'll be nothing left of you to call alive or dead. Choose your future, Veronica. Choose life. Anyway, it amused us at the time.
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. Frozen. Neck is frozen, catch me rolling, I'm the chosen, snow is falling, Elfie's calling, check my list twice, most of y'all done, sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season, sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They say, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. No, I can't forget about the one with the red nose. When I fly high, my sleigh still stay 10 toes. Bring the beat, bring the cheese, put the lights up, 'tis the season. Need no Grinch types, no Ebenezer. Don't believe this, y'all need Jesus. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack or in my bag, yeah. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag. I got racks in my sack or in my bag. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Ain't no need of stopping, girl. Yeah. There ain't no need of stopping, girl. Yeah. Okay. Met you out on Broadway on the hottest night in town. We arrived solo, but we were being chased around. Saw you being cornered by some guy you used to know. Stepped in between the both of y'all, said I'm leaving, do you wanna go? Cause I'll be the light when you can't see. I'll be the wood when you need heat. I'll be the generator, turn me on when you need electricity. When the shit start to go down, I'll be the one with the level head. We're working it now, baby, we'll be living in the walking dead. Cause I got supplies. Supplies. I got you, I got supplies. Supplies. I don't know if you remember this, but I was out of town. Doing on the 3 a.m. just to show up and hear your sounds. And multiple times, stop, hit reset. You ain't heard it that way, I can guarantee you that. Cause I'll be the light when you can't see. I'll be the wood when you need heat. I'll be the generator, turn me on when you need electricity. When the shit start to go down, I'll be the one with the level head. We're working it now, baby, we'll be living in the walking dead. Cause I got supplies. Supplies. I got you.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Now I wanna know everything. Don't leave a single detail out. I'll give my later just well out. That makes me a generous lover. Ooh, I wanna see everything. So don't leave a single detail out. I want it all on the table.
Tuesday night, everybody, on a snowy, blizzard-like conditions in northwest Minnesota. Beaming out to you yet another daily episode late in the evening. And as always with me, co-host Jennifer Gregerson. Jennifer, are you there?
Yes, I am here. How is everyone tonight? I hope everyone's doing wonderful.
I think they're doing a lot better than us.
Yeah, right, with all the snow.
We're not even close to being done right now.
No, and actually I found a great poem to go with this snow, so...
A poem to kick things off right away.
To go with the snow, actually.
To go with this snow. Let's do this bad boy up right away.
All right, so it's called Winter's Beauty.
And again, what is this poem from? Because this is the poem book I spoke about last NTR Daily.
So this poem is a book that was given to a lady that I worked with, well, I didn't work with, I worked for at Valley Home. She was a resident there. And this was given to her on her wedding day by her neighbor. Her neighbor went and took all of these poems out of every single book, and he associated these poems according to their personality, what their interests were, and everything like that.
It's just amazing, folks. And I know I said that I was going to get this up on NTR Facebook, and I wasn't able to, but I swear this time I'm going to get a picture of this writing. All self-written, correct?
Yes, it's all self-written by him.
Just amazing stuff. So I am definitely, this time, going to post it to NTR Facebook, because this is some amazing stuff, folks. And it's also a serious poem.
Yep.
So,
yep.
chock full of poems.
This is by Florence Trino, Florence E. Trino, and it's called Winter's Beauty. The snow has stopped its drifting down, and all the world is still. Gray clouds make the shadows in the sky above the white-capped hill. The reeds and rocks are lavishly clad in snow-white robes that shine. Ice frosting covers brook and stream, fine friggery each spruce and pine. Lovely is the countryside where winter's magic glows. Each silhouette is softened now by the sculpture of the snows.
Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. How many poems does that book actually have?
You know, I'm not quite sure. I haven't actually counted.
How many pages? Do you know how many pages are in that book?
It doesn't actually say the pages, neither. There's just
Well, it's got
quite
to be a lot. I would imagine at least 100 pages.
Well, there's quite a bit. There's quite a bit.
Maybe 110 or so.
Yeah, maybe.
But each page has at least 2 poems, from what I saw. Some pages have up to 5 poems.
3 to 4.
3 to 4. Maybe those are side notes.
These are all pages right here. These are just little side notes to
quotes, perhaps, or
yeah, like a quote to the poem itself.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So, besides being inundated with snow, this is the first real big snowstorm, by the way, Jennifer, that we've had here in the great state of Minnesota in nearly 6 years.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, the biggest one, yeah. I mean, we had a little one, I think, back in, what was it, September, October, somewhere around there, you know?
There was, throughout the years, some pretty nasty snowstorms, I would say.
No, I'm talking this year so far.
Well, this year for sure. This
Yeah.
is obviously the biggest one this year. But when it is all said and done, which they forecast Thursday evening,
Yep.
the last time I checked, it could be Friday morning now, but a very slow-moving system. It's supposed to turn into a blizzard warning. So I don't know if that's going to take place tomorrow morning now. It was supposed to start at 2 a.m.
Well, it looks like it's kind of slowed down a little bit out there right now, so maybe it's giving us a little bit of break. Maybe the plows are having some time to get to the roads before the nasty big storm hits.
Well, the word on the weather street corner
The street corner.
is that this is sort of the calm before the big bad boy.
Oh, there you go. I know last time, I think I want to say this was a good maybe 10 years ago. We had a very, very bad storm, and I know the power went out for a few days, because I remember I was living at my
Is it a
mom.
bad storm? Do you
very,
mean winter
very
storm
bad
or summer
no,
tornado?
it was a bad
storm?
winter storm.
Okay.
It was also associated with ice, and the power went out for a few days here in northern Minnesota. But I was in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at the time, and the power went out there, and there was ice everywhere, all over the phone lines. I mean, all over the lines in general.
Oh.
It was just horrible. And it wasn't really a snowstorm that we had had in in actual Sioux Falls, South Dakota, it was an ice storm.
I heard stories from the railroaders, some of the old heads that I worked with, about the snowfall and floods in the 90s. Was it?
Oh,
late 90s
yeah.
in North Dakota?
Yeah,
and
in the
Minnesota?
90s it was really bad. In the 90s we actually left.
They said it was miserable.
Yeah, I actually left school and I went up to help. There was a flood, like in
They were sandbagging.
In Roseville,
and all kinds of stuff.
there was some sandbagging. I think even in Grand Forks at the time there was some sandbagging. So
And the snow just
Crookston had
wouldn't
some
stop.
sandbagging. Yep. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So just some miserable shit.
Yeah.
But so what is happening right now?
Welcome to Minnesota.
That's right, and not just Minnesota, folks. Northwest Minnesota.
Yes.
So what the whole deal is that we're supposed to have out there, if we went out there and measured with a stick, we're supposed to have about 3 inches right now.
Yeah, I would say it's.
And it looks like it, 3
looks
to
like
4 possibly right now.
Yeah, you can't even hardly see the top of the steps.
Yeah, so it looks to be more on the side of 4 inches right now. But the whole deal is that this thing is going to be hanging out until Thursday night, like I said.
Yeah.
Now even Friday morning.
Yeah, it could even go into the weekend, depending on how slow it is.
Right, correct. So this thing is a slow-moving bastard.
I know I was talking to Kayleen, and Kayleen had said in War Road, Kayleen, my daughter,
They're actually going to duck and dodge a lot of this.
Yeah.
believe it or not.
Well, I know she had said in World right now, they are calling for the
What is that, northeast of
snowstorm.
us?
North.
Roseau? Is Roseau in the same area?
Yeah, it's straight north.
Straight north. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah.
So north of us, anyway, about it would be about an hour and. No, about an hour and 40 minutes is Roseau. So about 2.5 hours from here would be War Road. Anyways,
I believe they're only getting maybe 2 to 3 inches.
Might
they're
be,
right on
might
the
be.
edge of
But
the
she-
light stuff.
right. But she had talked about how it's supposed to come sometime tomorrow. So if that's the case, they
could.
might be getting the tail end of this storm that we're
Well-
going to be getting the beginning.
Well, here's the deal. Let me finish what I was saying there. So the storm is very slow moving, so it's kind of sitting on top of us right now.
Right.
And it's moving off to the sort of southeast, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And it's going to be dipping towards my old hometown,
Right.
near Detroit, later in the week, Friday evening, Saturday morning, whatever have you. So they're getting ready out there. But this thing is going to be sitting over us for nearly 2 full days. And tomorrow is when we're supposed to get dumped on like a fucking dump truck.
Well, I don't care if we get dumped on right now, and stuff like that. As long as we
We're
don't get
dumped on a daily basis
as
anyway,
long
so
as
we're
we,
pretty used to it.
as long as we don't get dumped on by Christmas.
Right. I want a white Christmas, don't get me wrong. But, I don't want a white Christmas that, when you open the door, you have to dig a tunnel to your car. You know what I mean? Like, not that type of white Christmas. I've experienced plenty of those being in Minnesota for only 8 years. And I rather not this year. So, tomorrow, folks.
Oh, well, you've never lived unless you've made a snow tunnel.
I have. When we
haven't.
first met.
No.
I had to make a snow tunnel.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. You
Several
have to
times.
make an actual snow tunnel. You have to be out there for 6 hours, and you have to be digging and
Now,
digging
did you
and
do this-
digging, and you have to
Did
make
you
a
do this
snow
for
tunnel.
fun, or was this because you actually had to dig yourself out of something?
Oh, heck no. We did it for fun as kids. It was a lot of fun.
Let's just... No. I'm not going to do that for fun. So let's just go dig a hole. Let's go dig a 25-foot hole. For no
Hey,
reason.
we made some pretty interesting tunnels.
I bet you did.
Yeah, we made some snow forts, some pretty nice ones.
Snow forts. Now I can talk about some snow forts and snowball fights back in the day. Back in the day when we had snow days and
Back
things
in the
like
snow
that.
days,
I think
yeah.
they have eliminated snow days, really.
Well, yeah, I suppose so.
They don't have those no more because you have to be in school now to learn how to be a good little socialist.
Right.
So back then, you didn't have to do that, and you were allowed snow days. But in a socialistic society, snow days are nyet.
Knit.
So, what
Well-
are you? I'm looking over there at your multicolored screen.
Yes, and see, and you give me a hard time about my multicolored screen, but you know what?
I
It
do.
helps me be able to see late at night like this too. You know,
You know
I
what?
can't
It's
just
cool.
see in just black.
Don't get me wrong here. It is very cool. I like it a lot. It's just that the time factor in getting some of this done has been an issue before, my dear co-host.
It has, but it shouldn't have to be an issue now because I just use the same format over and over again.
Just
Now I
copy and
change-
paste.
No, I don't copy and paste. I just use the same format, so then the colors are already automatically there.
Okay, that's good. As long as you don't take 16 hours to
No, just once
do
in a
what
while.
you need, because
No, just once in a while, I'll change the title page up a little bit to a different
that's real,
picture
folks, by the way,
because
that's 16 hours. I wasn't joking
to
about that.
I like to see a different picture once in a while, you know?
when it takes you 16 hours to do a 3-hour show,
Yeah, well,
there's some things that need to be tuned up.
but hey, that's dedication.
That
That's
is dedication. Even though you're totally sleep deprived, falling down, crashing in the walls, not eating, bloodshot eyes.
Hey, it happens sometimes in this business.
You want to get high? Like, that's what you look like, passing out while you're doing your work. That is dedication, ladies and
Anyway,
gentlemen.
Aries, are we going to get to what you are here or what?
Let's do it. Let's hear what I'm all about today.
All right, okay. So
Or yesterday, but
here comes Astronomical Insights. Now, during Astronomical Insights, I am going to talk
Yesterday
about
for today.
the horoscopes for today.
Wednesday.
For Wednesday, technically.
Well, it's Tuesday's show, so it is going to be for Wednesday no matter what.
Right. I'm also going to talk about things associated with your zodiac sign, which is how a person spends Christmas for their zodiac sign.
This is not going to take you 2 hours and 20 minutes, right?
No.
Okay.
No, because I don't have the different type of astrology this time.
Somebody slipped like 20 Adderall in your drink that night. Just like, man, I'm going to get detail into the last freaking atom of this period.
Well, I still have to post that on our site, and I will.
Hey, real quick before you start, though,
Yes.
I had posted this on the chat group, but a big shout out to the long haul truck drivers out there today that may be listening, tuning in on a streaming site. Perhaps via their phone or even the radio. The first responders out there, law enforcement and night owls like we tend to be as well. And just the people doing stuff to keep this country going in the middle of the night, especially like places out here in, like Red Lake Falls and Thief River Falls and all that noise. By the border when it's minus 20 with the wind and snow coming down, blizzard-like conditions. We're here for you.
Yes,
folks, here for you.
And
So
we
go ahead,
appreciate everything you do. And stay safe out there.
That's right. Stay safe is the biggest thing, of course.
All right. So for the horoscopes for Wednesday, December 14th, Aries. You will be in a helpful mood throughout the next few days.
Always in a helpful mood.
Try to lend an extra helping hand around the office today, or should I say around the house today.
Well, which I do every single day. And it refers to office. Our office is kind of, there is no room to clean.
As doing so can help you climb the ladder faster, or earn you brownie points, should I say.
Hey, I got brownies all day, yeah.
Try not to second guess yourself this afternoon and look for ways to nurture your body tonight. That doesn't mean sit and play on the PlayStation games or anything like that.
Play with myself.
No.
No, I already did that, waiting for you to finish.
You already played with yourself?
No.
Well,
No, that's supposedly that's what you're here for.
no.
So I heard.
Well, yeah. We're just gonna keep it PG-13 again today. Thank you so much.
This is an R-rated to X broadcast. Didn't you know that?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Daily? And that talks radio. Now that you're talking PG.
Well, let's see what my horoscope says, and we'll get to that then. Okay.
You're a fucking Taurus?
I am a Taurus, but we're not ready. No, I'm
Why
not.
not?
I'm not a Taurus. I'm a Virgo. But let's see what my
what the fuck?
horoscope says when we get to it.
Oh, okay.
I already
You're
know
just
what it
being-
is ahead of time. So
Just being weird.
yeah.
Okay. Go
All
on.
right. So Taurus,
Weirdo.
your ego will want to come out to play this morning. Use this energy
Egos.
throughout the
You got some
day
story
to
about
reflect
egos.
on your truth and passion projects. This afternoon, a spiritual element will come into play, strengthening your bond with the other side
There's
and
that
helping
spiritual
you
stuff
indulge in your meditation tonight.
The other
course.
side. Portals. Dimensions.
Of course.
Go ahead.
Gemini, today your senses and intuition will be heightened.
Ooh.
These vibes are perfect for sorting through your feelings right now.
Right at this very moment.
This afternoon, be on the lookout for those who want to stir up negativity, within your social sphere. Stop interrupting me.
I didn't fucking say shit.
Luckily
Man,
tonight,
see, look at that. Let's stop doing these late night shows, man. I'm over here looking at the phone and trying to promote the show, and you're like, fucking stop. And I'm like, I didn't say anything.
luckily tonight, a shift will help you find security with your companionship, making it a good time to connect with your loved ones.
All right, I mean.
Cancer, you'll be blessed with sharp wits today.
Sharp wits. You'll be like Ben Shapiro today.
Use this energy to flex your mental muscles and accept new knowledge.
Like a Jordan Peterson / Ben Shapiro.
Meanwhile, try not to put too much pressure on your partner to provide entertainment. However, lending a helping hand could help with a stressful night.
Why? Yeah, I am totally rated R X mood. Lending and helping. It's just like, it just pops into my head. I can't stop it. It's like, what's his name? Ricky
okay.
from Trailer Park Boys to the judge. He's like, I just gotta be honest. I can't stop saying fuck. Like it's a part of me, you know.
Leo, try to make peace with what you can't control today. Consider booking a massage later this afternoon.
Massage parlors or whatever the hell you call them today
And meanwhile,
will be
tonight-
closed, unfortunately. So your horoscope is
Not necessarily.
yet.
Meanwhile, tonight, treat yourself to a nice meal and try to get in a relaxing stretching session.
I'm going to say a session, a relaxing stretching
Virgo,
session.
no,
I get it.
Virgo.
Stretching session.
Virgo, you will awaken
Is this you?
feeling...
Virgo is you, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You will awaken feeling elevated and refreshed this morning.
Hey.
This vibe will also strengthen your intuition throughout the day as well. Tonight, make the most of these vibes by sending your sweetie a steamy text to liven things up.
Really? So basically, you're going to send me a text on, who's the best selection for Thursday Night Football on FanDuel?
No, if you think that's going to liven things up, I suppose so, huh?
You have the inside word.
If that's the way it goes. Libra, your mind may feel a little confused today. Just be
Darren
sure to
Anderson
nurture
Jr.
your body with plenty of healthy foods
Daryl.
and lots of water this
Darren.
afternoon. Meanwhile, tonight, a strong vibe will trigger your compassionate side, making it a good time for self-care.
What the? Self-care.
Yes, self-care.
Just everything is about playing with yourself, masturbating. Go ahead.
Scorpio, Kimmy, and Karen.
Kimmy should be listening to the show as we speak out of Orleans,
Yes.
near the capital O Canada, which is Ottawa,
Yes. Okay, there you go.
home of the 67s.
There's a little history for you for today. You
I
will
don't know.
feel-
Do they have the 67s still?
I
actually?
don't know.
I know you wouldn't know. Shit, I played in the OHL and I can't even remember.
You will feel a little slow moving today. Try not to worry about putting a face on for anyone else now. Focus on finding your center and grounding right now. And good vibes will come this afternoon, helping you find support through your friends tonight.
Very good. Very good.
Sagittarius. You may feel a bit disconnected today.
But why?
Just try to work on tending to your needs and bring forth direction.
Just masturbate.
Stop!
Where did you come up with these horoscopes today?
Will you stop?
What spirit came to you and told these horoscopes today?
You are not supposed to be in this mood. You're supposed to be in the PG-13 mood. Later this afternoon, you may be asked to focus more on things around you and meditate. And tonight, a vibe will manifest, helping you organize and complete your to-do list.
Yeah, I think that was meant to say tonight a vibe will help manifest you orgasm and complete your self-to-do list.
Stop it! You're screwing up my astronomical insights, my horoscopes.
You know what? I'm done. I'll be quiet over here in my own little corner. I'll be quiet.
Horrible. People these. They listen to them. And
you know what? You're right.
Wrong.
I'm gonna go. I feel bad now.
You're gonna go sit in the corner.
You know what? You can go ahead and finish up the show for the next 2.5 hours.
You can go sit in the corner. You're bad.
I am in the corner.
Wait until my
I'm tucked in the corner.
Well, good. All right, Capricorn. You will be easily distracted today. Just focus on maintaining control of your psyche this afternoon. This will help you focus on the signs around you. As for tonight, good vibes will come into play, helping you face any challenges in the next few days.
All right. Party time. Excellent.
Aquarius. You will be more alert today. Use this as an opportunity to fine-tune your work, editing any personal or professional projects. Unfortunately, many distractions could get in the way today, and this afternoon, good vibes could manifest, helping you clear your psyche tonight.
Good. Sounds good to me.
Pisces. A sweet energy will fill the air as you awaken this morning.
Sweet energy.
These vibes are perfect for restarting harmony in your life. Unfortunately, issues can arise if you let your devices take control. Just try not to lose touch with material realms over electronics.
Keep your fingers tightly
as they can
grabbed
help
around
you
your unit
someday.
Sorry. your shaft. Your serpent. Don't lose control of your serpent today.
You know, I try and control him, but it just doesn't help. So I do apologize. I'm sorry.
A.m. Central Time in Red Lake Falls, Minnesota.
I can't control you.
This is to be expected from Aurora today.
I try to control you.
Late tonight. We are late night owls.
Hoot. Anyway, as for astronomical news.
Astronomical news, here we go.
The Envision mission from the ESA will launch in the early 2030s to study the atmosphere and surface of the planet Venus.
Venus? I mean,
that's because the technology has changed so much that the spacecraft will now have SRS on it, which is Subsurface Radar Sounder, where they will be able to detect under the surface this time.
Under the surface of Venus?
Yes.
Okay.
This mission will work with 2 other missions, NASA, Verteus, and Da Vinci probes, hoping to find out
I think Russia
if
has
the
a probe
planet
going out there as well.
Is still volcanic or not.
I'm sure
Venus
it is.
was the first planet to be explored by spacecraft in the early 1960s, and in 1962, Mariner,
like a sea vessel,
flew by and returned cloud data. And back then, from the data, the scientists saw evidence that the volcanic flow covers 85% of Venus's surface. But no activity has ever been found.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there real quick because we have breaking news coming into the home studio via our wire and our friends at Bally Sports North.
Ooh.
The Twins.
Uh-oh.
The Twins, who have been graced the past couple of years with getting some key players. But this time we are losing somebody that is essential to the team. Carlos Correa has agreed to a 13-year, $350 million deal with the San Francisco Giants. So the Twins are losing Carlos Correa. That's going to hurt for the 2023 season.
Ouch.
Breaking news 2 hours ago. Back to you, Jennifer.
Ouch.
Boop. Yeah, that does hurt.
Yeah. Well, with this mission, in less than 7 years, hopefully the volcanic activity of the planet Venus will finally be answered. And if it is dissolved, then maybe we could open the door to another possible relocation in time.
Are you talking about Venus?
Yes.
You're talking about relocating to the surface?
Venus is just like Earth, okay?
No,
the only thing about it is that
it rains sulfuric acid.
Here's the thing is, the only thing about it is that they have found out that 85% of it...
They didn't find out shit.
85% of it is covered in a volcanic flow, okay?
Yeah, it's a hot son of a bitch.
But there is no reason why this is happening. That was many years ago.
Well, what the hell are we going to do about it anyway?
Well, if it's possible,
we can't fucking stop it if it's still happening.
Well, I mean, that's why they're going to do this other mission to find out if it's still happening, because there has been no evidence. They've been monitoring it, and there has been no evidence whatsoever of a volcano eruption or anything like that. No volcanic activity or anything.
Here's the deal. What's going to end up happening is what you've been hearing for years now. Is when we could have the possibly the capability to live amongst the clouds, where since we talk about UAPs, UFOs, extraterrestrial life, and whatnot, those clouds are said by some to withhold and hide intelligent life. Perhaps. So instead of life being on the surface, where I would imagine for just about any type of creature or alien or human could not bear to live, they could so in the clouds.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll have to see what the mission comes up with.
We will have to see. Maybe I'm a little off here. It's been a long time since I think that we've done anything with Venus.
Yeah, it's been in the 1960s was the last time we went there, and now we're going there with 3 missions.
Russia is the only one I think that actually got a probe to the surface, almost like a rover, but then it died almost immediately from the conditions.
Yeah, well, there was...
It was able to send back 1 or 2 photos, I think.
Yeah.
And it just looked like a shitscape.
We got a flyby...
like my life.
We got a flyby in 1962 of the cloud data, but that's all we got.
Yeah, I mean, there's not... So. Well, the thing is, too, you got to think, okay, even if we were to live in the clouds, which, I don't see why we'd want to get closer to the sun, number one, for generations to come, because this wouldn't be a piddly little project, obviously. This would take quite a long time. You want to get further away from the sun as you build out
right,
into
but
space.
We also want to get somewhere where we can reach, where we're not really, taking a long time to get to, neither.
Right, but you also don't want to waste your effort and time and material and energy and cash on going to a place that's just not going to be sustainable in the future, because the fucking sun is going to blow up in your fucking face.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, it would be cool, but, I mean, it would be, the whole scope of things.
Maybe there's a portal through the clouds. Maybe that's the time capsule. I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt that. I'm not going to say no because I don't know.
Right.
That's for people to figure out on their own. We're here to tell you the story. You guys figure it out.
We'll have to follow it and find out. But here's another interesting thing.
I see FIFA. I think I know what this is about.
So, a legendary journey for a legendary tournament.
Oh, maybe this isn't what I think it is.
Qatar? Is it Qatar?
Qatar, yes. People like to say Qatar, and that's fucking wrong. Stop saying Qatar.
So Qatar Airways partnered with SpaceX to give 2 FIFA World Cup official match balls to get them all the way to outer space.
Cool.
All right. So they reached 76 miles, which is 123 kilometers above Earth, while inside the Falcon 9 first stage.
All right.
The white, blue, red, and yellow balls then descended with the booster back to SpaceX drone ship, where they completed the first leg of their 800-mile, which is 13-kilometer
1,300
kilometer trip. And the balls were then returned back to the Qatar officials, and the journey, among other names for the balls, are being played in the semifinals and finals this week as well.
Oh, well, that's really neat. I didn't know about that. That's pretty cool. So the balls being played with right now have been in
space.
Low Earth orbit.
Yes, and I'll post a picture of it and stuff because they took a picture of them in space and they took a picture of them actually when they were getting transported back on the airline.
Very cool. And
they're in their own little case or whatever, and it says Starlink because it was the Starlink
right, absolutely.
mission.
And since we're on the subject of soccer, might as well update the audience.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So Argentina made quick work today, a 3-0 score of, pretty favored Croatia. I mean, in most people's minds, most people, on the other hand, though, also thought of them as a sleeper once again. But
right.
Croatia was super dominant.
Yeah, they were.
In this tournament. Of course, last World Cup, they made it to the Final Four.
But when you get Messi, then it's just...
Lionel Messi, again, I believe he had 2 goals. I'm not sure. I know he had at least 1, but...
I think he had 2. 2 of them.
So 3-0, they await the winner of tomorrow afternoon's game here, 1 p.m. Central Time, between Morocco and greatly favored France.
Ooh.
So that is going to be a great matchup. Morocco is the first African team to actually make the Final Four of the World Cup.
Well, maybe they'll be the first one to beat France.
Yeah, that might be a small possibility, but I just don't see Morocco beating France. They're just too powerful.
Well, they'll probably be like a Croatia where, they thought they were a sleeper, type thing. And
yeah, like it's cool. It's cool.
It's an accomplishment.
Yeah, so it's like talking about how we talked about Loyola Chicago.
Yeah.
It's one of those moments, like, don't forget it, here you go. God has graced you this one fucking time.
Right.
Enjoy this fact that, you'll be written in the soccer books, history books.
Right.
But in all reality, France is going to probably, just fucking slide right through them.
Yeah,
I know. It'll be Argentina and France on Sunday, 9 a.m. Central Time. So that's going to be early, folks. Going to have to wake up early for that one.
Yes. And back to the astronomical news. I got one last one.
U.S. Air Force.
The U.S. Air Force launches its first operational hypersonic missile. The United States Air Force has successfully tested its first prototype hypersonic missile. The service's new AGM-183A air-launched rapid response weapon, or ARRW, is expected to be the United States military's first hypersonic weapon to reach operational status. The speed is not exactly known yet.
And it won't be.
It is said to be built based on previous test vehicles built by DARPA that have max speed of Mach 20 or 15,000 miles per hour. During the test, though, last Friday, off the coast of California, it managed to reach the speed of sound greater than 5 times.
So what we're trying to do here is match the capabilities of what our Russian counterparts have. They have very similar hypersonic weaponry with AI, with very superior AI, smart technology within the hypersonic missile. And this thing is freaking amazing, folks. So what it can do is, if, say, you are targeted with a laser, if you were said missile, and you sense this or saw this, you would literally simply move to one side and evade it and keep going. And on top of that, you can keep going around the world or hanging out in a certain area for days at a time, waiting for the right opportunity to strike.
Wow.
So it waits for a fucking window of opportunity. That's how smart it is. No, Russia's technology.
Russia's, okay.
So I'd imagine this would be on par.
Kind of similar?
I do not know the specifics. I will not know the specifics, unfortunately. That is all going to be classified. And if it does come out to the public, I can rest assured tell you that it will not be the actual speeds or the actual technology in it. No. That will never be stated aloud to the public of the United States.
Of course
or,
not.
With the ability to get out to other, foreign nations.
Right.
So it's a good first step. We need it because our hypersonic technology is lacking big time, and we actually rank third right now. We're behind Russia and China in that type of technology. So not good in winning things like World War III.
No, I guess not.
So
I just wanted to let you know that Dream Interpretations is sleeping tonight. They're going to come out again tomorrow night.
So Wednesday night, interpretation shall be back?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, perfect. We're going to have another snow day tomorrow, so we got nothing better to do.
All right, so celebrating Christmas according to your zodiac. Now, this does not have to be on Christmas Day. It can be, a week before Christmas. This could just be in general, okay?
The month of December, basically.
Aries basically likes game night. And here are some Christmas games that you can get into the spirit with. Elf on the Shelf Hide and Seek. 'Tis the Season Christmas Trivia. Christmas Bingo, and Christmas Charade games. Plus, there are many more after that. Taurus. Taurus likes movie nights on the holidays, and the romantic Christmas movies are The Holiday, Love Actually, Last Christmas, Holidate, It's a Wonderful Life, While You Were Sleeping, and Serendipity, among other ones.
Oh, jeez.
Gemini. Gemini likes to throw a TV binge bash like Mama's Family.
That is so weird. Because what do we do?
Yeah, right?
That's not Gemini. That's Aries and whatever the hell you are again.
Well, I just threw that in there. I'm assuming whatever TV binge bash, would be Mama's Family, would be a binge bash to me.
Now, we
have Golden Girls, that would be a binge bash.
Golden Girls is always a staple in the Brewer household. And
Elf. Elf.
Elf. We
Yep.
have the complete series of Elf on Blu-ray.
Yep.
And also, of course, Star Trek is just
Star Trek,
That's
yeah.
via Paramount Plus, but the original Star Trek, mind you.
Oh, Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap, the original. I kind of gave up on the other Quantum Leap. It just,
I don't know. I think we really need to get back into that though, because I think he probably has a way to get Sam Beckett back.
I can tell you this: I haven't heard. I have my, my finger on the pulse and that type of stuff, and I just haven't heard anything.
You have your finger on the pole. Well, at least you have it on something good.
The pulse, not the pole.
Well.
See, now who has a dirty mind here now? This is PG, Jennifer Gerson. But, no, I just haven't heard nothing good about it. But Mama's Family, Star Trek, all that stuff. What about tonight? Yeah. What are we doing? We got the Twilight Zone on now.
Golden Girls, and then I didn't know that Golden Girls had that other one, the Golden Palace. Yeah,
Which
if anyone's watched that before,
season.
That's a good one.
It's actually really good. It reminds you of the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
But I think the key problem with that, why it only lasted one season, it got great reviews.
It's because Dorothy isn't in it.
It's because Dorothy wasn't there, and she was a key part of what made that show funny.
Yep.
But Don Cheadle, a young Don Cheadle, actually was in that. And Cheech Marin. Cheech Marin,
All right, so Cancer loves holiday cookie events.
I, as well, love holiday cookies in general. It doesn't have to be an event. It can be late at night when I'm stuffing my mouth full of them.
Well, I think Cancer likes baking them, I think, is what's going on there.
I don't like baking them. That's work. I like shoving them in my mouth.
All right, Leah likes to have karaoke parties.
Karaoke, man.
Yeah.
I am down. Remember
get out those Christmas songs, and get out those other songs, old-fashioned songs, and do some karaoke right before Christmas. That's always.
I got some Christmas mixed up in the next couple of shows.
Yeah, there you go.
And not just daily, but it's Christmas time, everybody.
Maybe I'll put on my Christmas hat and my little Mrs. Claus suit, and I'll start singing Jingle Bells for you.
I'll tell you what, the best album out there right now.
Walking in a winter wonderland.
None of these young punks.
Young punks
that are out there now know about this, and I am secure enough in my manhood to say this: the best Christmas album, is the Christmas album by NSYNC.
Oh boy, yes.
I'm going to tell you that right now.
They only do that because you love NSYNC. That's why you say it.
NSYNC was badass. They dropped out of the game well.
There's other ones out there too, I mean, there's other ones out there too.
98 Degrees had a good one. Backstreet, surprisingly.
Dolly Parton has a good one. Come on now.
Dolly Parton.
Come on.
My mother.
I love Dolly
was
Parton.
infatuated with Dolly Parton.
Yes.
Wanted to go to Dolly. What is that?
Dolly World
or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Roller coaster, the front of it, just two big giant boobs.
Well, if you just go out just a little ways out here going towards Grand Forks, you'll see two silos laying down. That's the grave of Dolly Parton.
Is it really?
Well, the two silos laying down, sticking upward, that's the grave of Dolly
I'm sitting here, I'm like, no fucking shit. Dolly Parton's buried in fucking northwest Minnesota between Quicksand and fucking Red Lake Falls.
I can't believe you didn't get that joke. Yeah.
I did for two silos.
Yeah, the two silos just sitting there,
nonstop.
That's Dolly.
Freak out.
That's Dolly Parton lying down.
Fucking Dolly Parton. Now I get it. It's kind of like the penis in Ypsilanti, Michigan, at Eastern Michigan University. Go Eagles, by the way.
Oh my god!
But yeah, we have a giant penis. That, like I said, I have no clue what it's there for. To be honest with you.
Oh my god! Anyway, you cracked me.
It was like a joke gone wrong.
Yeah.
They built it. Maybe it was meant for something, and they were like, fuck it. But probably like a drunk frat house. I gave up the next morning.
Who knows? All right, so Virgo. I apparently, Virgo, you come on over to my house for some wine tasting and creative Christmas wrapping.
I got a quick story with that, a little side story, the wine tasting thing. I used to work in between working at Lone Star. I worked at an Italian restaurant.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
And
They were a professional wine taster.
You
wine
had to take a class so
person.
you could learn how to have a palate for wine and you know what goes with what and all this stuff. Like it was an intensive class, to be honest with you, but they allowed you to do all kinds of wine testing. They had just a shit ton of
Did you
wine.
get sauced?
Dude, everybody got sauced. Like, I'm pretty sure it was, like, completely illegal. Like, I got in my car, you know, and you're thinking to yourself, because actually what you're supposed to do, but of course, from Wayne Westland, what is a Wayno going to do?
What a Wayno.
They're going to fucking drink the thing instead of swishing it around their mouth and then spitting it out like you're supposed to. Mm-hmm. No, so all of us were just drunk as shit in this professional wine tasting class and fucking drove home. Just oh my god, you know, so that's a testament to, you know, a true Wayno when, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so we didn't
Young and dumb.
It was one of those things where the wine testing guys were like, you did what? You know?
Young and dumb. Young and dumb.
Supposed to spit it out? We didn't fucking know. And I swallow. You know, I don't spit.
Oh my god, well, that doesn't sound very good either. Wow. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Anyway, okay. So, Libra, you love live music concerts right before Christmas.
Who doesn't?
Libra does, yes. And Scorpio, Kimmy, you love your tarot reading, apparently, and you like to host a metaphysical party. So you like to have metaphysical parties, I guess.
Like, know? I don't know why, but just reading that topically, like that reminds me of Kimmy. You know what I mean? Like
I know she likes the tarot readings and stuff,
Kimmy.
But I don't know tarot. I don't know if Kimmy would ever have a metaphysical party. I think she'd be kind of scared to even do something like that.
I think she would be swooped out for a second, and then she would totally go for it.
Maybe.
Like she's too. The thing with Kimmy is that she's far too curious to fully say no. I think.
Oh yeah.
To that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
She's greatly into the paranormal and things like that. So.
Well, she wants me to start my own horoscope reading.
So a sub show.
My own horoscope reading show, so I could read her horoscopes every single day.
Every single day.
Yes. And she thinks that I should sell it.
Hey. You know what? Make that money.
Yeah.
Make that money. If you got the talent, freaking do it. You know what I'm saying?
Sagittarius likes
That's why we
to...
make $1.29 every 3 months.
Sagittarius likes to wine and dine with their friends.
Ooh, potluck.
Have a potluck.
Interesting.
Capricorn. Say, you know very many Capricorns? I'm going to ask those Capricorns to come over because they are expert gingerbread makers. They love to gingerbread make.
Day 2
They're big in gingerbread making.
Daily, where gingerbread, making gingerbread houses, or just in general gingerbread, has come up.
Yes.
Tis the season.
It has to. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know how the heck.
I'm not gonna lie. I did eat half that fucking house.
How do you get them to stick?
Like you have to use like that fucking Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, it's like that frosting dries off. It dries out before you have a chance to even stick it together.
And then like the jelly bean thingies or whatever.
Yeah.
They turn to fucking stone. Like after like 2 weeks, I went to bite into one, dude, and I chipped my fucking tooth. You know, it's like my god.
And Aquarius.
I instantly blame the Biden administration.
Aquarius, you like to do a whole bunch of card writing and make cards. So
what do you mean, like the cards that you buy in a store, like from Hallmark and shit?
No, what they like to do is they like to
on a card in general.
They like to make holiday cards. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And they like to write their own things on them. Okay. So they like to decorate and make their own, holiday cards. And Pisces love the spa day. They love their spa days.
Spa day.
Yes, they do.
I'm not going to lie. I love my spa day as well.
So, tomorrow, I'm going to dive a little bit more into the Christmas, celebrating Christmas according to your horoscope, or your zodiac, I should say, and find out exactly what your favorite cookies are according to your zodiac.
Favorite cookies. Now, will those include my Russian balls?
They might include your Russian balls.
Are those considered cookies?
I don't know. I like your Russian balls.
Those Russian balls I put my Russian balls in my own mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they call them Russian tea cakes. Is what they call them.
Russian tea cakes.
Yes, Russian tea cakes.
So I imagine you're supposed to drink it with tea. I've never actually done
Well,
that.
they call them tea cakes because it's kind of like a tea cake.
We're gonna have to ask our
thing.
friend,
You have it with
D
coffee.
N. We'll go with D.
Well, you can have it with coffee
And
or whatever, and stuff like that. So
right. Who I'm jealous, as they were at a CSKA basketball game today.
Oh yeah,
which I would love to be at. So we unfortunately are at the top of the hour, which means we got a break coming right at us, folks. We'll return with a bunch of other stuff and news. The news you can use, of course. NTR Daily. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, Daniel Brewer from Night Talks Radio and NTR Daily. Hey, if you're looking for safe, natural, and amazing products for both you and your loved ones, Valhalla Beard and Body is the store for you. So the owner, Timothy McMahon, takes absolute pride in everything that he does and makes. Suffering from skin problems, Timothy found himself spending way too much money on products that simply didn't work. So just out of the blue, he made up his mind to try and make his own products. So this is where the magic began. Valhalla Beard and Body has several different bars of soaps, scents, wax melts, beard care products, and soap savers. Everything is homemade and made from bees rescued from the state of Arizona. This absolutely unique conservative store also has bundles, kits, and soon to come shampoo products. So if you're tired of wasting your money on far-left companies that don't care about you whatsoever, head on over to ValhallaBeardandBody.net and check out some of the natural products. I think the secret ingredient is leftist tears. That will leave you smelling good, looking great, and enjoying soft skin results. Oh, and don't forget to click on the code NTR10 for 10% off your order. Again, that's NTR10 for 10% off. The offer does not apply to custom soap loaves. So, if you love America and you're patriotic and, of course, on the right side, hop on the internet and check out ValhallaBeardandBody.net or call Timothy McMahon directly at 602-622-1126. That's 602-622-1126. And start enjoying handcrafted soaps, beard balms, beard oils, and much, much more. Valhalla Beard and Body is located in Gilbert, Arizona. For the love of your country, check them out today.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Folks, this song used to make me cry. Detroit Pistons and Billy Lambier. I remember this song being played when a good old bear, Lambier, that is, retired from the Pistons, and I was so upset. I was devastated. That was when the Bad Boys era was coming apart, unfortunately.
Aww.
And every time I hear that song, a little bit of water, for some reason, starts to happen right here. I don't know what it is.
But, you know, you do have his autograph card, so at least you have something to hold on to.
Pieces of Billy Lambier. Toughest guy in basketball. LeBron James, right now, one-on-one with Bill Lambier, would have a elbow to his face and his teeth knocked out and go running off into the sunset crying like a little bitch that he is.
Well, he probably needs it done.
La baby.
La baby.
So, La baby James. But Bill Lambier, yeah, I'll never forget those days of the Bad Boys era, man. But, welcome back to the show. It is now Wednesday, December 14th. Of course, this is Tuesday night's episode, though. I do believe this is like, out of this entire time, but year and 3-4 months, that we've gotten a daily out on its actual show date.
Oh, no, it's not that bad, you know, I mean...
No, I think we have once before.
I think there's been a couple of times, you know, and
you
stuff,
just throw special in front of it.
But yeah.
It's all good. Special edition. Like tonight, we were a little off time.
You know, the thing is with us, you know, is we juggle around...
Special Night Owl edition.
Right.
And it's all good. Everybody understands.
Well, the thing is with us, like I've told multiple
people,
people,
what are you telling me when I said
you know,
first responders?
we juggle around, you know, with having a family, you know, and stuff. And we've got our little one who's quite attached to us, and
It's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. You know, it could very well be a phase that she's going through, but I don't know. But sometimes when she wants to sleep at night, she wants mommy to come lay with her and read her stories and things like that.
You know, it's not. Like I said, it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
As long as we understand, which we do, that there has to be a cutoff period for that. But she's 4 years old. She has had an advantage because she has gotten to be with us 24/7 virtually. Not locked in the house, but
no.
She's always with us. And when we've been able to teach her,
yep.
And of course, they're very susceptible. Can I say that again?
Susceptible.
Susceptible.
Now it's you.
Now it's me. Who's got the fuck arounds. No, they're susceptible to, learning different types of things.
Yeah.
For example, like she learning Russian for our friend who, like I said, we'll refer to as DN. And then other languages. Finnish. She was looking at Finnish a couple days ago. I didn't tell you about that one. You were gone.
Oh, wow.
And then of course, Spanish. I don't allow. Think
But,
what you may.
she does.
Spanish,
she does.
not necessarily, because Spanish is, you got to take I-35 all the way the fuck down. What is it? Nearly 1,000 miles or more. I don't. She's not ever gonna fucking be around a Mexicano.
Well, you never know.
So she's not going to be a part
know.
of a drug cartel.
No.
Which is, that's what Mexico was fucking built on. But, out of any language, it would be French Canadian. That she would have as a secondary language. Followed by, I've always thought...
Czech.
Czech Republic, obviously, yeah, you come from there. That would be a language to be in the top 3.
And that is hard to do. I mean, that is hard to learn.
Yeah, but still, believe it or not, like I told you, English is one of the hardest languages to learn. We've been graced and blessed by God Himself, if one believes in God, that we were born American,
right?
We learned American, so it seems so normal to us. Like, how could it ever be hard to learn English?
Right, right.
But to the world, English is extremely hard to learn.
But I think it's probably
hard to learn,
could be the same way in other languages. To us, their language is extremely hard to learn.
Yes,
that kind of thing,
all languages. Let's just put it this way: all languages that you want to try to learn are going to be hard,
right?
Or at least seem hard and different. But once you start getting them after a couple weeks or months, then you are able to, at the very least, start reading the language.
Right.
You can start messaging or typing in the language.
Yeah.
And then if you study hard enough, you can start to form small sentences.
Yeah.
Or phrases. And then after another period of time, you can actually start to speak. Not top-notch, obviously.
Right.
But you'll be able to communicate with your friend. And in this case, I'm not afraid to say it, because the Russian people had nothing to do with what's going on right now with Ukraine. It was the Russian government and Putin, Soviet sympathizers. But the Russian people, I learned Russian because of DN, and
your ancestor.
And, of course, it's in my blood that I found out about, going on a year and a half, 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
More than that, actually.
About 3 years.
From my father originally, and then my mom told me after that. But, and it was funny because I always had some sort of... Do you remember that I had some, it was almost obsessive pull towards things Russian?
Yeah, infatuation, yep.
Yeah, did you ever think about that?
Well, I just thought that maybe you were just interested in it. I didn't even think
like possibly a spy or something.
Not a spy. I was just thinking that maybe you're just interested in it for some reason.
The day that I got a knock at the door from the police because the FBI bureau in fucking Fargo, because of that damn fucking liberal in California.
Yeah.
Decided to call one of my jobs because
that's ridiculous.
She lost an argument, a political argument that got heated. And what a bitch, by the way. Just what a bitch. If I could find her today, I would give her the whatnot. I would give her the whatnot or two. But police come to my house like, it's for the FBI field office in Fargo.
Yeah, and it was just
like,
an argument that you had on Facebook,
like, no.
But you lost your job because of it. It was so stupid.
Lost my job. But then again, I got called back and things like that. But it doesn't matter with my current health situation. But it's just funny though that the far left and liberals and progressive, they are out to just get you. There is no method to the madness. It's just let's get them for no reason and ruin their fucking day. Let's shit in their fucking Cheerios and just make sure that they have a miserable fucking day, week, year, fucking lifetime.
Yeah, and speaking of that, let's go ahead and talk about this worthless landlord. You know, we haven't heard from him in over a month. And all of a sudden he sends us a letter saying, hey,
No, do not now. You are giving too much credit there. He did not send a letter.
No, he didn't send us a letter. Excuse me.
He sent an email to an email address that is rarely checked.
Yeah, he sent an email address stating that...
and not even directly to you.
Well, it was to
both
of us. It was to me and to my caseworker at HUD. When HUD has told them several times that
with our health
they don't deal with this, you know. They just deal with paying the, money that they owe, and that's it. They don't have any information.
They have told him several
on our case in that
times.
That area or anything like that. And
this dude is just like...
So he sits there and says, he goes, I did not give you permission to have HUD.
He did not authorize.
Oh, I did not authorize permission
to be given the money and take the money.
HUD pay for you guys to stay there, but yet I'm gonna take the money anyway, like I have been the last couple of months. But I'm gonna bitch about it to you guys later on,
like a little.
And then I still don't want you guys there, so I'm gonna do whatever I can do to make sure I get my money out of this and sue you guys up the hill for any damages as well.
Thank you for making that very clear. That you're just concerned about your greed, your overwhelming greed, your far left party association, and this was 6 months ago.
Yeah, and then first we're supposed to be out like the end of October. October 31st we're supposed to be out.
And what?
Now
August?
we're supposed to be out December 1st.
Then it was November 1st. Then it was...
Yeah, November 1st, and then now he wrote this time December 1st. It's like hello,
hey,
get with it.
Dude, if there was ever a candidate for some sort of drugs,
bipolar or drugs or something,
like that dude would be number one on the list.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what he does? He needs to go to Canada. That he's stressed out and has anxiety. We'll talk more about that.
Yeah, we will talk more about that.
But as far as the landlord though, just again, oblivious to anything that is based in the realm of reality and procedure.
Yeah.
So paying rent. Which we're going to be taking care of any, loose ends that may still be there, but the majority is taken up, and HUD is taking care of the rest as per usual because of our medical issues.
But now here's the thing is, do we take up paying the rest of the rent right now, or do we just take that money, put it in a pile and everything, and use it to get the heck out of here?
Because you don't even know where to send it. He didn't even... So if you were owed money in a landlord capacity for a complex... Wouldn't you be writing letters or phone calls or anything? I mean, even your personal caretaker, maybe even your secretary of your company, just give you a phone call and say, hey, if you got that rent money, you can send it here. Here's a phone number.
Right.
Here's contact phone numbers. Here's this and that. Nope.
Nothing.
Once again, no bit of information whatsoever. The last daily, I think I spoke about how this is a Mad Max-style apartment complex.
Yep.
It is a free-for-all. Whoever claims their unit or, territory, as I said, that's where you be. That's where you are until you decide that you want to leave the premises. And or the building just fails so much that you must move on.
Yeah,
and he is hoping for this greatly, so he can just up and abandon this thing, and just worry about his multiple subway chains, Hilton hotels, Westins, and all that stuff. I think his, especially with the police officer. The state boy back there, and of course, thank you for your service, sir. But I think it kind of just we originally ruined plans that he had for this place.
Yeah.
To turn it into, a kingpin sort of deal.
Yep.
Just ass backwards.
Oh, and then he puts on his Facebook, he puts a picture of how conservative he is. So I'm like,
yeah, conservative.
Wow, really?
It's like, dude, you are 110% like complete opposite of what a conservative is.
Yep, exactly.
Like, I would love to debate this guy, like on stage, like a Ben Shapiro sort of situation, and just rip him apart, man.
Right.
Like, I know just by looking at him, I got that sixth sense. I'm pretty learned about stuff and knowing people and the things that I've done in my life, especially the past 20 years or so. Just by looking at them, it's, behind those eyeballs is like, please don't allow them to realize that I'm a dumb fucking shit. You know what I mean? I'm a sort of a miniature man.
Yeah.
I lift 15-pound weights, and I drive a big fucking truck to make up for my very small shaft. So, and of course, he also changes the management name.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's like, it's not even the same company anymore. We have no clue on how to even attempt to get a hold of secretaries or anything like that. No. And of course, the caretaker has a vendetta against us for absolutely no reason.
No, I think the vendetta she has against me happened way back in college.
Even if it goes way back to college, that is absolutely inappropriate, unprofessional, unprovoked, and wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
And in some cases, maybe illegal.
Yeah.
For that to happen. You are not, as a caretaker of a complex facility, like an apartment complex, condominium, whatever have you, townhomes, you cannot fucking judge people. I don't care if, 1,000 people in 2 days tell you that you fucking smoke opium 24/7 and watch episodes of Sanford and Son. It's like, it doesn't fucking matter. You need to come to us with a smile. Mm-hmm. And still need to ask, is there anything that I can do for you? Right. And that's the complete opposite as well on this property. So, there's that. Let's just say there's, the bottom line with that story, to finish that story up, is that there is no platonical love lost between the man that physically moves you up a hill to sue you. And he is still the same befuddled individual that he has been since we originally met him for the very first time when our first lease ended.
Yeah.
So that's more than a year of being here that we actually finally met the landlord. And when we did come across him, did you notice how he made an attempt to not be noticed?
Yep.
Just like, shit, that's fucking 215. Like, don't fucking notice me. Don't fucking notice me. And then there's you, which is what I love about you. You're like, hey! And he was just like, fuck. And then he was aggressive about it too.
Yeah, he was very aggressive towards me.
I didn't have any goddamn fucking plans to talk to you motherfuckers. It was just, and then he saw the Ukraine flag, and then the second to last caretaker saw the Trump conservative stuff in the house, and
yeah,
I'm sure she went home and prayed to the cross and all kinds of stuff, and told the landlord that we're devil worshipping here with Trump posters and things like that, and Trump coins. And when she saw that curio cabinet, I'm sure she fucking shat her pants.
Yeah.
And after that, she blocked me.
Yeah.
And did not attempt even. I don't even think she came in this building.
And she didn't answer anything of mine either.
Yeah, like it scared her pro-Biden thinking and self so badly that she couldn't even come over here.
Yeah.
Like, are we that bad?
No.
Are we that bad? I thought we were pretty friendly.
We are really friendly.
I mean, we have over 600,000 friends on the radio.
Yeah, I know.
Streaming.
Shout out to Todd Bates for his wonderful book that he gave us. And shout
Autograph
out to
Tonight Talk Radio.
Rob Guttrow, who is going to be
on the show Friday. Yes, explain that whole situation again, will you? For people that may not have heard about that situation this weekend, which I don't even think touched on Rob and
the situation is Rob was supposed to be on Saturday, and we ended up having to change him, and we ended up having to change him to, we were going to try Monday, but we ended up having a sick daughter on Friday, and she was still not feeling very good on Saturday, and she just
Saturday, Sunday,
Monday, her sleeping schedule was way off. Sunday, we ended up having to cancel Darcy.
We didn't cancel.
Well, we had to reschedule Darcy Weir
for Christmas
Eve. We just have to be in touch about the time.
Yes, but he promised Christmas Eve, and that is going to be a wonderful show.
So Monday, we tried Rob Guttrow again, but the only thing is our daughter was still wanting mommy and daddy, and still just not
playing, body slamming the cat.
Exactly. It's like she had gotten that burst of energy from being down the last 2 days.
So
we just couldn't get her to settle down for nothing. So we unfortunately had to cancel that one or reschedule that one again. So now third time's a charm, and we're going to have Rob Guttrow on Friday
at 9:05.
At 9:05 Central Time.
PM Eastern Time.
We're going to have a 3-hour show. And he has 3 book series. Each 1 hour show is going to be, or 1 hour segment is going to be talking about each one of his series. So he has, I believe, 3 series in the 3 books in the first one. I believe there's 2 or 3 books in the second one, and there's 4 books, I believe, in the third one.
And then he has a new book that's coming out.
Yes, in the first series, he will have a new book that's coming out January 9th, so he will be talking about that as well.
So we will have that Friday. That will kick off the season 3 finale weekend. So we're most likely, we will have Rob on Friday.
Yes, and then Saturday
we have a guest scheduled, I believe, for 9:05 as well.
And it happens to be a relative of Jesse James.
Jesse James, folks. You're not going to want to miss this one. This is going to be very interesting.
It's going to be very interesting, yes.
Something along these lines for quite a bit now.
He's going to talk about Tombstone.
Because I was also very interested in doing a program about Billy the Kid.
Mm-hmm.
But Jesse James is right up there as well, so we'll be doing a program about that. That's going to be excellent. Now,
following that,
I am still actually debating whether we're going to have our yet to be title, this is just simply working title right now, our Best of 2022 show. Our first annual Best of 2022 show. So, I don't know if we're going to do it Saturday night, which would be well into the wee hours. It would probably be like a 12:35 start or 1:35. I don't know if I want that. I want people to actually listen to the show. I want it to be a decent time. So, that's up in the air. Sunday, we have Natalie Zett. I do believe.
Now, there could be a thing.
That's going to be a 9:05 start as well.
Right. Now, Rob Guttrow, and we also want Darcy Weir.
Darcy Weir is going to be on the Christmas Eve show.
So we don't want him in this.
No, not the. He is not. Oh, Darcy Weir. No, he's not going to be the best of.
How about Rob Guttrow? Is he going to be in it?
If he performs well.
If you if you want Rob Guttrow in it, then we can do it. I would suggest maybe Sunday before
well, he better
the
kick
show.
some. He better kick some ass. But I'm telling you what. The otherwise the best of show. Okay, because we don't have fully scheduled times yet for the once you get towards the end of the month, like with Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, and things like that. New Year's Eve, of course, is going to be a cavalcade of excitement, and I don't want to mention too much about that. I know I've said some things, but you don't know if I was trying to deceive you or not.
Yeah, we're just working on a variety of guests.
A variety of guests, and a musical artist, once again, that most of you may know very, very well. A very serious song release that we currently have in our pocket, nobody else has. We are going to release it early for New Year's Eve. Of course, it has a decent beat to it, without question, but it's a very serious song about a very serious situation, and awareness that people need to be extremely privy to. So, with that said, I don't know exact times, because of course New Year's Eve, you want to, the ball drop and all that stuff, I kind of want to be on air for that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that, and I think we might do the best of episode early, well, not early, but mid-afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
On New Year's Eve.
Oh, that could work.
Okay.
Yeah.
That way, if Darcy Weir, for example, also turns to be out to be cool. I'm joking. I know Darcy's awesome as hell. And thank you for being so understanding as well. But we could possibly be able to get him on if he's got some interesting things. And of course, the best of will feature Dave Schrader, Ron Holiday, musical guests that we had, throughout the year, and just a multitude of other guests, June Lundgren, and it's going to be amazing, folks. So I just don't have a time, and we have dates, but not a true time.
Right.
So there's that. I will not hold on that any longer. Let's move forth on NTR Daily Tuesday, which is Wednesday.
All right, so
History
here
of the
we
fucking
have
day.
the history of the day for Wednesday, December 14th.
2022.
Very good. So in 1287, the Saint Lucia,
Saint Lucia.
right?
Lucia. Saint Lucia.
St. Lucia's flood was the 5th largest recorded in history.
At the time.
Yes, at the time.
In the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands, killing over
The Dutch.
50,000 people.
That's a lot of fucking people.
Yes.
1287.
In 1774, that was the first incident of the American Revolution. 400 New Hampshire militant men attacked Fort William and Mary.
Fort William and Mary, and I bet they lost by at least, I'm going to say 6 touchdowns.
No, they successfully attacked it.
Yeah, I know they did.
Yeah.
And William and Mary lost by 6 touchdowns.
Oh,
That's a sports joke that's probably going to go above your head.
Yeah, probably.
But there's some diehard college football fans out there that will know exactly what I'm talking about. William and Mary actually has a football program.
Oh, okay.
And if you remember Adam Sandler's movie when he was that football player,
Yeah.
that wasn't too bright.
Yep.
I take that back. Not that movie. The remake of the prison one, where he goes to prison.
Okay.
What was that called? Oh,
The
The Longest Yard.
Yard.
Where he mentions how, for a majority of time there, and not so much anymore, but you would play buttercup teams as your preseason in the beginning of the season for college football. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, Michigan State played Hawaii and shit like that. Like instant wins, really. Well, at least should be. And William and Mary was one of those type of teams, and they would just get smoked.
No.
These guys, their horizons were just giant. They're like, well, you know what? How about we schedule a home and home with William and Mary? I'm sorry, not William and Mary, but Alabama or something like that.
Yeah.
And it would just be annihilated.
Wow.
And I really don't know why. I don't know why they would do that to themselves. So
Crazy.
the day William and Mary wins a national championship is the day that fucking pigs fly, hell freezes over, and our landlord actually says, "You guys are pretty cool. You can stay for fucking 10 years."
All right. So in 867,
going
Adrian the Second
Who the fuck is Adrian the Second?
begins his reign as Catholic Pope. Yes.
Poppy. Catholic Poppy.
In 1751, it was the first military in the world founded in Austria called the Theresian Military Academy.
In 1751, the first military in the world founded in Austria.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The first military in
Military
1751?
Academy.
Oh, academy.
Yep, military academy.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wow, man, my brain's going if 1751 was the first time we had a fucking military anywhere.
No, military academy.
Okay, go ahead. Moving on to 1793.
In 1793, the first state road authorized in Frankfurt.
I love how you over-accentuate. Frankfurt, Kentucky.
Frankfurt, Kentucky to Cincinnati. In 1812, the French invasion of Russia officially ends with the French losing 530,000 people.
A little bit of a fuck up.
Just a little bit. In 1889, the American Academy of Political and Social Science is organized in Philadelphia.
Joy.
In 1934, the first streamlined steam locomotive is introduced in Albany, New York.
And also that year began the first horrible treatment of railroaders.
Oh boy, oh boy. So in 1941, Japan and Thailand signed a treaty of alliance.
Very good, very good.
And
then we controlled Japan.
November 1st,
November 1st, you got
Sorry.
is that number one?
No.
What is that? Number one?
Number one on the music chart is written by John Denver and
John
sung
Denver's full
by
of shit,
Peter,
man.
Paul, and Mary, leaving on a jet plane.
What movie is that from?
Leaving
On a jet plane. Come on. Come on. A little bit of love story in there. You were like, oh, when you saw it. You saw, here comes the animal cracker coming up to the great mountains. Armageddon. Ben Affleck. Liz Tyler. Yeah, I'm sure you were fucking balling on the inside. Like, that is so. That's right, Bruce Willis is his father-in-law. And she's down crackers on her boobs.
Hey, at least I'm not crying over Bill and Bear.
That's a different story. That's man stuff. You stay out of my business. You understand?
All right.
Speaking of my business.
Let's go, sports.
Okay, so 1930, the NFL's Giants of New York beat Notre Dame. I said that right, folks. You're not mishearing that. The New York Giants beat the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 22-0 in a charity game. So, kind of interesting there. So you had a college versus a well, I would assume a semi-pro team
had to be
at the time.
some
Well, I mean,
kind
it
of-
was NFL, so then it would be a professional taking on a college team for a charity game. That's kind of unusual. You definitely wouldn't see that today. 1938, American League permits Cleveland and Philadelphia to play night games. So here's where the liberals, the far left, and progressives and Democrats will fucking have a canoodle right now. I'm going to say the
canoodle.
The American League permits the Cleveland Indians,
Yep.
and the Philadelphia Phillies to play night games. 1941, the first NFL division playoff. Did something apparently. Bears beat the Packers 33-14. So you're saying that was the first NFL divisional playoff game?
Yep.
Okay, and so the Bears defeated the Fudge Packers 33-14. 1953 in good old Brooklyn, the Dodgers signed great pitcher Sandy Koufax. And finally, in 1968, a very popular individual, especially in the Boston region, NHLer Bobby Orr scores his first career hat trick against the original six squad of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Very, very
There
good.
is your sports history of the day. Sports. Fucking sports.
Very good, very good.
You need to add more to that sports. I feel cheated. There was, only 5 or 6 there?
Hey, there wasn't much for this day.
I'll start looking it up.
There wasn't much for this day.
You know what? I'll make my own sideshow.
Hey, shut your mouth. All right. So, here is a healthy recipe for a day, or for the day. Chicken and broccoli stir fry. So, it entitles a tablespoon of vegetable oil, 1 pound of chicken breast, 1.5 cups of broccoli florets, 1 red bell pepper, 2 carrots, peeled and sliced, 1 green onion.
Go slow so the millions of people can write this down.
1 teaspoon of garlic minced, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and 2 cups of browned rice.
I'm sure the police officer that's streaming the show, perhaps, watching for speeders, or maybe there's no travel advisory, is getting his pad out right now and writing this down. Yeah. It's like, I can't wait to give this to my wife.
So I will post that on the
CBDC.
site.
Why does that sound familiar?
I'll post that on the site. Don't worry, we'll get to that.
We need to start getting into news, by the way. We got about 11 minutes for the second hour here. And the third hour is going to have to be completely news.
We're getting to the news. All right.
Okay, can we get into the news, please?
So with everyone struggling this year for Christmas, I thought this section would be helpful.
You don't say.
And you can save some money on other important things. I'm not sure
I
if
thought you were
you're
going into
one of
the other
those
story.
ones that buys for everyone, from parents to in-laws and maybe aunts and uncles and cousins too.
Which the majority of
along
them
with
don't
your
deserve
friends and
anything.
families. When you can easily look at your bill and realize that after Christmas shopping, you can easily spend $800.
800 is on the light side.
Well, here are some ideas
This year.
that will give you some great gifts that are easy and fun to make and will save you money in the long run.
So, crafts.
So here is something that you can have that is a homemade gift that is better than a present from the store because it symbolizes a gift
It
from
comes
the
from
heart.
your fucking heart.
Yes, exactly.
And honestly, for all the things that I say, coming from the heart is truly special.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Yes.
All right. So, penny pinching ideas for Christmas.
Here we go,
just
tight
a-
asses.
Just just a few penny pinching ideas. So buy a nice tin, and bake Sorry, I don't know why I put back. Okay.
Are you baked?
Buy a nice tin. Bake some holiday cookies and brownies and wrap with ribbon and a bow. Okay?
Neat.
Buy a birthday candle, an olive oil bottle, and add some favorite herbs to it. Then, put the wax around the rim to form a candle melt. Place the cork back onto it and wrap it up for a present.
Okay.
If you crochet or sew,
You crochet, right?
Yes,
That's
I
what
do.
that's called, crocheting?
Yep. Hats, scarves, and mittens are always nice. Buy some polymer clay and form your own ornaments, and then cook it at 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes, and it's a great gift.
Okay.
And lastly, using an empty jar, you can decorate with stickers, gems, wrapping paper, ribbons, and fill with salts, bath salts, bubble bath, candy, and etc. And it's a perfect gift, and any jar will work.
Remind them not to eat the bath salts.
And please do not eat the bath salts.
That'd be bad. You don't want them, like, eating all their flesh off their body or
No.
anything like that.
That wouldn't be good.
Yeah. Not for Christmas, anyway.
All right, so here comes the news here, if I can find that one spot here.
So we're going to do one news story, because we have about 7 to 8 minutes before we're up against that brick wall called a break. So we're going to do one big story right now, and then we'll follow up with hour 3, jam-packed with the news that you can use, and frankly, it is the wildest shit that you're going to hear on the planet, and no other program is going to be talking about the stuff that we're going to be talking about, folks. So that's why Night Talks Radio and NTR Daily sets a new standard and is quite different from what you may have been listening to before.
All right, so Russia gave Biden a decision when it came to the release
Brittany fucking
of
Griner.
Brittany, Paul Whelan, and another one. According to David Hookstead.
It was just Brittany, Paul, and no one.
Oh, okay. Brittany, Paul Whelan, or no one. According to David Hookstead of Outkicks. Biden had 24 hours to respond, and in the end chose a leftist woke Brittany Griner, who has a criminal background, over a U.S. Marine who has devoted his life fighting for his country.
Now, before we get, text or emails about this bullshit.
Yes, go ahead.
Paul Whelan was dishonorably discharged. Okay, but there's reason behind that the public is just not aware of. But he also did what any respectable Marine is supposed to do, and he fought for his country. He put his life on the line for you and me and the red, white, and blue. Let's not get that confused, folks. Go ahead, Jennifer.
All right, so my question is, why is he choosing this Brittany Griner over this Marine, Paul Whelan?
Well, it's almost too simple to answer. And within that, you have multiple possibilities. One is that they turned Brittany.
Okay,
into a, your sort of, I guess you could say, entry-level spy.
Okay,
number 2 is that, by golly, she is a black woman, even though she's half. She's black as night, so you gotta get that out there. She is a lesbian.
Yeah.
Okay. She stands up for transsexual rights.
So she's woke.
Okay. She has tons of money as well. Lives in a fairly white neighborhood that is guarded, has a security guard booth and everything. So if we walked up to her community, we would be told to get the fuck out of the way. The police are on their way. Okay. And then on top of that, she, is a WNBA star, which all of us know that the WNBA is just the cat's ass. It's funny because there was a gentleman, I can't recall if it was from Fox News or ESPN Radio, who said this was the first ever WNBA trade that people actually fucking paid attention to and gave a shit about.
Wow. Do you think? Think that they will even take her back and let her play in the NBA again?
WNBA, absolutely. Absolutely,
That's
they're going to use this. Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House secretary, has already made it very clear that the White House will be pumping down your throat. The fact that she is a wonderful inspiration for women of color, for whatever the fuck reason, for being a druggie and having a criminal record, which includes Jennifer. You know that.
Yeah.
Was it robbery at gunpoint?
Yeah.
What was the other one? That was one of many, as a matter of fact. I can't recall the time.
Burglary.
Was it burglary also?
Burglary.
Okay, so that was just one of many. So her rap sheet, like I said last time, is longer than I am tall. And this is who he decided to pick. But he did it because, of course, he still has it in his head, the administration and the majority of the military leaders think that, that is the main focus for this country. That somehow the country will be saved and protected by these mentally diseased and confused individuals. And it's beyond sad. It's actually scary to think about. It's shocking. Globally, people have come out, multiple people and presidents and things like that, administrations, have come out and said this is insane.
Right.
And even the far left is turning against their own, turning against Joe Biden. The latest, Biden's DOJ has turned against him and said the exact words that this was pure madness.
Well, maybe
trade.
Biden has another idea for her. Maybe he's gonna ram himself down her throat like he tried to penetrate his last secretary.
Oh, you're talking about Reid.
Yes.
Well, he didn't penetrate is the correct word, but not with his wrinkly serpent.
No, with his
he
fingers.
Used his fucking fingers.
Yes.
I mean, this is just disgusting and nasty. This just tells you what type of individual he is. On top of the fact that he is a
pedophile,
a pathological liar.
Or what are they calling it these days? They're not a pedophile. What are they?
Oh, I'm sorry. They're oh my gosh, it slips my mind at this point, but
yeah.
it's hilarious. They are young people attracted or something like that.
Yeah,
is what you're supposed to call them now.
Yeah.
And it's like, that'd be a cold day in hell that I call a pedophile a young person attracted, whatever have you. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're a pedophile. You need to be in prison.
Exactly.
And or castrated.
Yep.
So, which, by the way, they're doing to children, castrating them in these transsexual surgeries that they're convincing them of without the parents' permission.
Yep.
They're basically killing these children that don't know any better, going through a phase like we all did, and things like that. Certain phases, tomboys and things like that.
But
and blah,
that's
blah, blah.
not all they're doing, They're doing
And pilling them
other-
up as well,
they're
chemically
doing-
fucking them up.
They're doing other things in other countries, which we will be talking about next.
Coming up in the third and final hour of NTR Daily for Tuesday, December 13th, into Wednesday, December 14th, of course. But, we got a lot more to come up, including information on Fauci, and then the very disturbing situation that is going on in Canada at the moment that has to do with assisted suicide. Instead of attempting to try and stop such horrible things, the government of Canada has found that their health programs and situations are completely off the rails, and now their option is, well, how about we just kill people to get back on track? That and much more coming up on NTR Daily. We'll be right back.
Black stripe, yellow paint. I hear they scared of it, but them pros ain't. Soon as I hit the club, look at them face. Hit the pedal once, make the floor shake. Sway inside, my engine roaring. It's the big boy, you know what I paid for it. And I got the pedal to the metal. Got you out here checking game, I'm balling out on every level. Hear them haters talk, but there's nothing you could tell them. Just made $1 million, got another $1 million on my schedule. No love for them, boy, I'm breaking hearts. No keys, push to start. Yeah, you know what it is. Everything I do, I do it big. Yeah, screaming last night. When I pulled off the lot, that's stunt. Reppin' my town, when you see me, you know everything. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I put it down from the whip to my diamonds. I'm in black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Got a call from my jeweler, this just in. And women love me 'cause I'm messing with their best friends.
is Jennifer Gregerson, co-host of NTR Daily and Night Talks Radio. If you're looking for that perfect everyday outfit or special occasion dress, Teresa and Samantha have the right item for you. Don't worry about finding a size that fits, because these lovely owners are always here to help you. Just simply email any of your questions to customer service at GentleLadyBoutique.com and you will receive a response within 24 hours. Gentle Lady Boutique is constantly growing and is a non-woke conservative boutique with a modern-day twist. The shop focuses on the 1920s era, bringing back the fun times of the past. This mother-daughter boutique does not only offer clothes, but it offers a variety of purses, jewelry, hats, shawls, and shoes, just to name a few. My favorite and next purchase is the gorgeous 4-strand fox pearl necklace. But let's not forget those comfortable and cozy 2-piece pajama sets, or that sexy, intimate wear for the love of your life. Oh yeah, check out the powder room as well. Gentle Lady Boutique is just right for your natural body and curves, because they carry sizes from petite up to plus sizes. If you're looking for a perfect gift for the holidays, or even that fabulous attire for any occasion, Teresa and Samantha have your best interest at heart. So don't waste another minute. Head on over to GentleLadyBoutique.com and take advantage of these unique, beautiful outfits at a very reasonable price. And next time you're out on the town, you'll have the attention and be the life of the party, as these stunning pieces will not only sparkle, but make your personality shine too. Gentle Lady Boutique, Teresa, and Samantha have teamed up with Night Talks Radio and NTR Daily to share with you this amazing, cute little boutique and everything they offer, along with at checkout exclusive discounts for all our NTR fans and listeners. As a support for their shop and our radio show, the discounts include Night Lady 100 for 10% off store-wide with no minimum purchase, and with a $50 order or less, ships free, which will ship anywhere in the United States and Canada. Unfortunately, you can't use more than one discount. But remember, by using the codes provided for Night Talks Radio and NTR Daily fans and listeners, 5% of the monthly sales goes back into advertising, helping both of us grow and keeping your favorite late night talk show always on. So once again, check out these outstanding products and show off your awesome look. And hey, tell them Jennifer from Night Talks said hi. And on behalf of Gentle Lady Boutique and the Night Talks Radio Network, happy holidays, everyone.
The mood is right, the spirit's up. We're here tonight, and that's enough. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. The party's on, the feeling's here. That only comes this time of year. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. The choir of children sing their song. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
The party's on, the spirit's up. We're here tonight, and that's enough.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time this December 2022. I say the hell with Joe Biden and the Biden regime. We're going to have a fun Christmas.
Yes.
And nothing is going to stop that.
No, I'm actually still waiting for our Christmas tree to get up.
Yes, that will be going up this week without question before Friday's NTR live episode. That is for sure. We'll have pictures. We'll post that on NTR Facebook and, of course, NTR chat as well. And again, sometime this week, I'm not going to lie, I might go into next week, I will be beginning to redo NTR Twitter. Now that Elon Musk is there, we know that conservatives are no longer banned, shadow banned, all that type of stuff. Completely blocked 110%, which was proven in black and white with the Twitter files, which also more of those are coming out tomorrow. And I'm excited to see what's in them because it ties the Democrats, the far left, to everything that all those crazy conspiracy theorists like me and you said what was going on was true, and the Democrats said that was absolutely not true, and that were nothing more than despicable mega fans. So, with that said, we're going to jump right into daily news for everybody out there. And folks, just to warn you, before we start, there are some stories in this that, of course, we're going to bring to you because this is the news that you need to know, the news you could use, that you're not going to hear on mainstream media whatsoever because they want to try to cover this up. We're going to tell you the straight facts, folks. And I said it before, and I also say it in the closing of the daily episodes, that we give you the absolute truth. We give you the bold truth, the honest truth, even though it may not sound pleasing, even though it may sound despicable and disgraceful, and even sound made up.
Yeah.
I mean, because some of these things actually do. It takes convincing for my brain to even realize that, yeah, this is true. This is true. This is the type of world that we are currently living in, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I am afraid that it could be past the point to where we could maybe fix the situation. I'm hoping not, but I can tell you 2024, they've said it for years and years, but 2024 is truly that's the year.
Yeah.
We make it or we don't.
Right.
We turn socialist or we don't.
Yep.
We get back on track or we're China.
Yeah. Yeah,
unfortunately. And that's basically it. So I'm going to let you kick off with the stories, the individual stories, and what you want to talk about, and then I'll be here to analyze those stories better for you. Go ahead, Jennifer Gregerson.
All right. Well, that's very interesting that you're talking about China, and how we could
China's
very
involved
well
in everything negative, so
right, but how we could very well turn out to be part of China. Okay, because
which we essentially already are,
right.
But this takes it to a whole new level.
Yes. So here is what is going on right now in China, and it's absolutely scary because it's not very far that it's going to hit here in the United States.
Right.
So the government control is by way right now in China of CBDC and CBDC DC is an international multi-use, not just for COVID, vaccine passport, digital identity, social credit system, and a central bank digital currency. Now, it is used by
I hope you got all that,
facial recognition and 5G poles or zoning is another way of putting it.
Now let's correct that real quick. Not 5G poles like they have 5G transmitters on them.
Right.
These are called, you could call them 5G poles because they receive a signal from the closest 5G towers that linger usually in most villages, towns, cities, whatever have you, within a half to 1 mile, 1.5 mile radius.
Yep, so this technology is actually called geofencing.
Geofencing. Could you explain real quick what geofencing means in its easiest terms? So
geofencing is that you're basically set in perimeters, okay?
Hence geofencing. Just drop the geo and say fencing.
Pretty much.
But there's nothing there.
But if you go without those, if you go without your...
How do you know you're passing?
If you go past your perimeters, the police will automatically be called. And you could face charges. You could even face, I believe, it's death, isn't it? The major consequences? Or what is the...
well, geez.
What's the major consequences that you could receive?
I'm going to take that back and say I hope not, but
I
I believe it could be up to 30 days in jail. Is what you're looking at. So you would be charged with a fine and or 30 days in jail. So your typical, sort of misdemeanor-like crime, I suppose.
But they can also go as far as take money directly out of what you make.
Well, now let's get to that. So now this would only be useful once they establish a moneyless credit system, okay, and allow you to have a QR code,
which China has already done on their phone.
What we're speaking of is what could be coming here to North America. Yeah. Canada has already gotten things going a little bit with that. The United States has not, but they are on the verge, folks, and I mean on the verge. They're just about to slip off that mountain cliff. And some UK countries are implementing about half of what China is right now, and China, of course, is leading this whole parade. 110%,
right,
with this in place. So in China, you say that you, for me, I will make it very clear. I hate fucking Biden.
Yeah,
he's destroyed this country. He's negative for the country. He fooled so many people.
Right.
Friendships, family members that you were tight with and loving, and this and that, have broken apart because of him. The country is going the way of Rome because of him. And for fuck's sakes, there's dog-faced porn-type characters in our actual military taking pictures on military bases in uniform while on duty.
Right.
He is ruining this country, and it seems every day he is just waiting to wake up to do something else to fuck this country up. But it's on its way here. What they have in China is geofencing. We'll go back to that. Geofencing is where you won't know it. It will seem like freedom, but it's a false freedom. If you walk by a certain pole, this is what they're calling them, that communicates with 5G, it will, if you have a red COVID QR symbol on your phone or device or whatever have you, and it's not green, that means you're permitted to not leave that geofencing area. If you do, Jen stated the police will be there to arrest you immediately. Most times, not telling you what your charge is, of course. You're just thrown into the pokey. And, it's... money is deducted from you also immediately because it is a fine as well. You don't get your court date, you don't get your say, nothing like that. It's to keep you in your own place. So if you're lower middle class, you're going to stay amongst the lower middle class. You're not going to ever gain the ability to become better. It just won't be allowed. And then, I go back to saying, if you say something along the lines of, you hate your president, or talking bad about the regime that's in place, they could deduct money from your credit system, leaving you without, say, rent for the month or food for the month, food for your baby, food for your cat, for example. And guess what? They don't give two shits. They don't care whatsoever. They deem it that it's your fault. You didn't follow the rules properly, and you're now being punished. And the punishment is that any means of survival is taken away from you. So this is something that is making headway very quickly. It's happening in certain EU countries, and not full to the Chinese aspect of it, but they're testing it out, and it's not going over very well. Let's put it that way. But if it's happening there, and already starting to happen in Canada in so many ways, if it shows up on our borders and gets into the country, well, it's game over.
We're in trouble.
It's game over. It's game over. It's very similar to the movie In Time with Justin Timberlake, except you don't have this weird time thing on your wrist illuminated. It's where you can't leave your own section or people. You're not allowed to mingle with the, say, middle to upper class, middle class, or even the elites. It's just not going to be acceptable. You will be arrested, and the more so you try to do it, the more so it becomes felonies, and the more so that you could be in prison for the rest of your life. And even pulling what North Korea does in concentration camps that they have there, where you're not only punished, but the next generation of your family is punished as well.
No, that's just absolutely ridiculous.
Folks, people have a way to stand up to this. We've talked about this before, the Second Amendment. I thank God that we were blessed with the Second Amendment and the Constitution and our forefathers. All you have to do is stand up and get your guns and go directly to the White House. And by no means am I inciting violence. I'm just saying that this is why the Second Amendment was created. It was for government tyranny. The government is there to listen to the people, not the other way around, and definitely not to be controlled. So this needs to be stopped immediately before it's too late. And if they are able to get a hold of our guns, well, forget about it. You might want to move to Canada and get euthanized.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the next story on the list? I think people got the gist of that one.
Well, it looks like karma does get you in one way or another. At least it did with this second largest Democratic political donor,
FTX.
Sam Bankman Fried from FTX.
Brain certainly fried.
So he donated tens of millions of dollars to Democratic candidates and leftist groups. A lot of them was from this year.
And the funny thing is, you would think it was his own crypto stack, the money that he's making on crypto and FTX or whatever have you. Oh, no. This was coming out of...
other people's pockets?
Taxpayers' pockets, like me and you and people listening to the show. It was just filtering through the company and going back and forth, making it look like there was plenty of cryptocurrency and your market was looking good and this and that. Turns out he was just basically faking it all and giving all the monies to the Democratic Party for the 2020 election and the 2018 midterms.
Yep.
And I'm sure he may have had something to do with the 22 outcomes as well.
Yep.
But as of now, he is arrested, correct?
Yes, he's
been arrested on 8 counts.
He is arrested.
Indictments.
And 8 counts indictments today, but
denied bail.
Yep, denied bail because of a flight risk. But Sam could be facing up to 118 years in prison, or life, I should say, if convicted of all 36 counts of fraud.
He was simply stealing your money. I mean, this just makes Enron and other schemes look child's play. He was single-handedly overflooding the Democrats with money so they could win elections. Ever notice why Republicans are out there busting their ass campaigning, going door to door, things like that, and it seems the Democrats just hide in their fucking cellar the whole fucking time?
Yep.
Well, that's because they have millions of dollars to play with to boost their candidate, and they win on financial basis only if, of course, they're not cheating their way through it.
Right.
Which I'm sure has a part to do with it.
So here's another thing. The leftist woke Sam Britton. Now don't get those confused.
Explain Sam Britton so people are not confused.
All right.
The one that looks like a bald-headed skinhead, except also a fucking woman.
Yeah.
I don't know how to...
He was the Department of Energy employee.
He looked over nuclear waste, people.
Yeah, nuclear waste, yep. So after stealing the luggage in Las Vegas and Minneapolis, this sick, twisted person is still, as of last week, out on the streets somewhere, as warrants have been issued for grand larceny with the value of $1,200 to $5,000.
Let me read that out real quick again. What did you say there? You said did you say clemency
grand?
Or... larceny.
Larceny.
Grand larceny. Because he was thieving random women's luggage filled with, obviously panties, bras, women's clothing, possibly high heels, stockings, women things.
Well, if
so he could dress up in them.
Yeah, if convicted,
which he will be,
could face 5 years in jail and a $10,000 fine, or
which is
both.
Slap on the wrist. And
this goes for both airports, Las Vegas and Minneapolis.
So then the total is 10 years in jail and a possible $20,000 in fines, or both.
Yes.
Good. That's a little bit better. And he was also shit-canned, correct?
He lost his job.
Thank you, God.
He is still on the run. No one has found him at all.
So now this is as of this report.
Is he might be out for tea with Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi, yeah, she would take him. This is as of this report. We believe he's on the run,
This as of 2 days ago.
We're about 80% on that. We really couldn't find any information on it.
No.
So we're just assuming he's got a warrant for his arrest. He's on the run.
Yeah.
So this is a very bad person. He's really medically, mentally ill. Obviously, just by looking at the picture. We'll post the picture on NTR Facebook and NTR chat. Because this... looking at this guy-she thing it shakes me to my core that this person had a higher office in the administration.
Well, I guess
in control of nuclear waste.
I guess the way the history goes about him is he always kind of felt that he was a girl. And he came out of the closet when he was like a teenager or something like that.
Then be gay.
And
just be gay.
Yeah. And then it wasn't until afterwards, after the going to the military and everything, that his stronger...
He was in our military. That's all I gotta say. He was in our military.
Yep.
So, it doesn't get much worse than that, folks.
Oh, yeah. It gets much worse. Listen to this.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
The Cambridge and most popular dictionaries and dictionary.com, which is the most popular
rewriting history,
online dictionary, changed the definition of what a man and a woman is today.
Read this up. Folks, I want you to take a seat. I want you to take a seat. This is reality.
Wow.
This is the world we live in today. This is what is now going to be in dictionaries that children and adults, look at to get definitions of words or how to use it in words. These titles have never been changed because of science and biology.
Cambridge and most other popular popular dictionaries and dictionary.com changed the definition to what a man or a woman is by: a man is an adult who lives and identifies as a male, though they may be still to supposedly have a different sex at birth.
Supposedly have a different sex at birth.
Yes.
Supposedly.
Supposedly, yes.
Okay.
A woman is an adult who lives and identifies as a woman, though they may have been said to have supposedly a different sex at birth.
Yeah, I'm very rarely wordless, as I've stated plenty of times before, but this one gets me because it's going to affect learning minds such as our children.
Yeah, it is. So here's the two examples they give.
Well, yes, they give examples, of course, in dictionaries where they give you, small sentences.
He was the first trans woman elected to a national office. Mary is a woman who was falsely assigned male at birth.
So Mary apparently was a guy.
Yeah.
And that was false. Apparently that shouldn't happen. So hence not a guy. Not a man, not a male. It's not a male whatsoever. It's outrageous. It's getting to the point where one has to laugh or you're going to go crazy. Go ahead, continue reading. I'm sorry.
That's all right. So Free Speech Union founder Toby Young stated, "Dictionaries are going down a slippery slope from which you can never return. It's disappointing and disturbing to see identity politics created by the far left creeping into the way of a dictionary defines words. These that or the that then These definitions are based on careful, studied usage patterns, and it doesn't seem plausible or even reality who, apart from the woke activists,
seriously define a woman... Activists?
Oh, activists, sorry.
Seriously define a woman and a man in this insane manner, end quote.
Explain.
Okay, so...
Sorry.
Again, let me read that. I know it's late, you're getting tired there, but these definitions are based off of careful study usage patterns, apparently. It doesn't seem plausible, Toby Young goes on to say, or even reality, okay? Who, apart from, a few woke activists like Antifa or Black Lives Matters or some transsexual fucking movement, seriously define a woman and a man, female or male, in this insane manner, end quote. It boggles the mind. Dictionary.com, the #1 online dictionary, defines a woman as such. What was that there? Listen to this, folks. Okay. They define, now they've changed their definition. They define a woman as an adult female person. Okay, let me say that again. An adult female person.
But in the dictionary, or not dictionary, but I should say in Pictionary, a person is a person, place, or thing. So,
okay,
what is a person? It's a thing, okay? It's identifying you as a thing, not just a person. You know what I mean? A person has a name.
Well, here's the fucked up. Here's the fucked up thing.
Thing.
So you're playing Pictionary, if you want to bring that up.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a bunch of friends over, whatever have you. You're playing Pictionary. The person that you're drawing.
Yeah.
Say looks like this Briton.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're gonna say that's a guy.
Right.
No. You're wrong. How the fuck are you supposed to know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you're supposed to know all these pronouns right off bat, right away.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you literally, I think in Canada and other like EU countries right now, and it's all coming very soon to the United States, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the House can really do some damage somehow. How the hell are you supposed to know what they want to be called?
You're not.
These motherfuckers one day want to be called, I identify as attack. The other day I identify as a train engine.
We already identified as money.
Yeah, we identified as money, and we've gotten all our bills taken care of. So, and I'm pretty sure if we got a lawyer and fought that, we would win.
Yeah, maybe.
So, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So the left is trying to pass a bill by January 1st to say abortion later in pregnancy, or you can be fined $500 or jail time if you're found talking about it in any other way because you're against the abortion. Explain.
Yeah, so again, there is a bill that they have shoved through that you must, in public now, it's not your home or anything like that, but in public, if you happen to let slip late-term abortion, you have to say abortion later in pregnancy. Which, I mean, it makes no sense because it's the same thing, except it sounds a little more cutesier. Not as harsh.
Sorry.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But here's the critical thing is that these small little piddly things that the far left are polling, progressives, Democrats, liberals, are polling these things that can seriously get you in trouble.
Yeah.
If you say them wrongly in front of the wrong person.
Yeah.
They will instantly go tell you, like the goddamn Gestapo in Germany, when they had neighborhood watches, and you would get some sort of benefits by turning your neighbor in. That's what this is right now. Mm-hmm. So if you accidentally let slip something that you've known your entire life, okay, the term too, which it absolutely is, you could be turned in, and you could face serious crime. It will go on your record, fines, and all kinds of stuff. I mean, that's how bad it's getting now. It is fine time and jail time. Mm-hmm. It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Stand up. Grab your guns. Go to Washington. Take care of business.
Yep.
Forcefully remove the Biden regime.
Yep.
Or else this will not stop.
Continue.
I have to say,
it will continue.
I am not inciting anything. I am stating an opinion. But my opinion says that that's what needs to be done if you want this to stop now. Or we're going to have to put all our eggs in the one basket, and that basket happens to be the year 2024 of November, and hope that we can get a Republican president, conservative president, which I do believe we will. If it's not Trump, who sadly, I got to say, he jumped the gun and announced his presidential bid a smite early. But in reality, I do think it's going to be Ron DeSantis, and then another very, very conservative figure. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was Candace Owens as of now. I'm just throwing that out there. But Ron DeSantis is probably going to do it. People have already made the T-shirts, the sayings, this and that.
Right.
The United States of Florida.
Right.
So what's
what's
up next?
Well, Canada is now using suicide as a means to escape their devastating healthcare system. If you are determined enough, you need only 2 doctor signatures, and you could have it done for 24 hours.
Within 24 hours.
24 hours.
So a day.
You just need to verbally prove, and medical paperwork only needs to say PTSD, GAD,
which is generalized anxiety disorder,
stress, anxiety, and panic disorder,
and basic depression. That's all you need. And so if you can convince a doctor just by your own words, okay, doctor number 1, doctor number 2, in the same day, if you can say, I can't pay my rent, my car's low on gas, I'm having a bad day, that's enough for them to determine that you could be approved to have yourself killed. And then if they look at your medical paperwork, it takes as little as you having a diagnosis of PTSD, generalized anxiety disorder, stress and anxiety, and just simple run-of-the-mill depression is enough to have you euthanized within a day's period. They don't inform family or friends because they don't want them to come and try to stop it. They tell family and friends after the procedure. A nurse has come out in Canada and stated anonymously that she has been there for several of these, which the government is actually pushing for this because they know their healthcare system is in shambles and they need a way out. And this could also be depopulation, an effort to depopulate as well. But their healthcare system is just devastated. So, now they're offering to just kill you for nothing. It's legalized murder.
That's absolutely ridiculous. What happens if you have a change of plans?
Oh, that's what I was going to say. That nurse has said that she's been there when a gentleman said that, you know what, he's decided against it. He doesn't want to die. And he was very emotional.
Right.
He was very, very emotional. And these doctors came in and sat him down. And you would think that they would say, okay, that's acceptable. Or at the very least, talk him out of it. No, complete opposite. They talk him into it, and they did, and he ended up dying.
Wow.
They killed him. They killed him. They murdered him. And that is happening more and more. They're making fucking commercials on it now. I know that you got a glimpse real quick of the commercial, one of the commercials. Mm-hmm. They show it like it's a fucking, a woman's Tampax commercial. I mean, it's crazy of them having fun on the beach and this and that, and then it will say that person's name and the date that they lived. And then you realize at the end it's for assisted suicide in Canada.
Wow.
They're actually, government Canada is actually spending money on promoting this. If you have a bad day, if you broke up with your girlfriend, if this and that. And like I said, the key thing is that this can be done in less than 1 day, and nobody will know that you're gone until it happens. Then they notify you. And again, that's so you don't try to do anything to stop them from doing it.
Right.
So there's that.
That's all there is for
news
news right now. Do you have any news that you would like to cover?
Well, I got a few things. I think we're going to probably skip over that just a smite and hit that tomorrow.
Okay.
But as far as the show updates, let's talk about that.
I just wanted to say something real quick. I just got word that Ukraine is actually having doctors from other communities or other areas around there opening up the Kiev hospital to help the wounded that had a big, huge amount of airstrikes already from Russia today.
Well, that's just one step closer of... might as well just put U.S. soldiers there shooting guns and missiles and things like that. You can't really get any closer to a Russian-U.S. conflict. Which,
nope.
That's what it's quickly becoming.
Yep.
Now that Finland and Sweden's going to be in the NATO by springtime. Of course, they're going to still have that neutral stance, but they're completely prepared for an invasion by Russia. The other one that I wanted to touch on was the Norwegian lesbian artist who is now being thoroughly investigated, facing major criminal charges for saying men cannot be lesbians.
Wow.
No shit.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
I mean,
and
this isn't a joke. Like, I'm not making this up, people.
Right.
I'm not trying to make you laugh.
The whole world has gone nuts. What about that transgender who was invited to the White House and sing that song
yes.
to that child?
Yes. So, yeah, it is. Her name is Marty G. Cummings. Spelled, like the sexual cum. And she is a drag queen who President Biden gladly invited to attend the signing of the Respect of Marriage Act at the White House. She once performed for a 2-year-old boy. What she did is make a video of her singing the children's song Baby Shark, okay, that actually went viral on a certain some normal sites, a majority, basically porn sites, heavy.com, things like that. She changed the lyrics to Baby Shark to something more disgusting, and I feel strange saying this. The song basically it was about kids are out to sing, and again, this really bothers me. It says, and suck dick. That is who Joe Biden has invited to this special fancy gala into the White House itself. When is it going to stop? When will it stop? It's not going to stop until a coup is planned and have him removed from office forcefully.
Exactly.
And if you get in our way, you will sadly be a casualty. It's going to come down to the point where you have a talk. I don't know how, but you would post things or to tell the military, look, if you're on our side,
right,
get out of the way,
yep,
or join us, or whatever have you. If you are going to stick with protecting President Joe Biden and his regime, you'll be targeted just as much.
Yep.
There will be bloodshed, there will be devastation, and it will be completely unnecessary. You know that it's wrong.
Yeah.
You guys are highly trained.
Exactly.
Okay? You had to take the ASFAB and things of that nature and all kinds of different stuff. ASFAB, I say, because of the Air Force War.
Yeah.
But you should know better.
Yeah.
You should know who you're defending, who that person is for, what they're about, and what they're doing to this country to sabotage the country on a daily basis.
Yeah, well, clearly it
worse
is.
And worse and worse.
He's sabotaging it left and right. I mean, he is not got boots on the ground over there, but yet he's talking about
supposedly there is. We have spy and special ops in there, but go ahead.
He's talking about sending another like $272 million or something like that over to help in the aid of Ukraine. He's talking about sending over this major, weapons system over there.
It's our Patriot weapons battery. And like I said, I was talking about getting super close to. Might as well just have troops on the ground fighting Russians. So. Yeah, it's you're looking at the first stages of World War III, folks.
Yeah,
I don't care who you are, who
I
you think you
saying,
are, what you think that you know. I've been in many situations similar to the people that think they're in the know as well. And
2025, I keep saying
this is it. This is the first stage. Right now, you're seeing sides being taken.
Yep.
People are dividing right now.
Yep.
And it's just going to continue and continue. And, of course, Putin's strategy is to starve and freeze people in the EU, especially Germany, to death. And that is what is on par for the United States, since Joe Biden is doing the same thing, but, of course, blaming Russia, like the fucking Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
you
right.
I mean? Russia. Even though Russia has a small bit to do with it, the United States should be well capable of sustaining themselves in any situation like this.
Yeah.
And he made it virtually possible. So, we're coming up against the end of the show here, but we'll talk about this in more detail tomorrow. There's so much more I want to say.
Oh, yeah.
Including the NBC text that was done and then taken away and replaced with something else.
Yeah.
Regarding the exchange process We'll definitely have to talk about that tomorrow. And much, much, much more, because, there's going to be about 100 different billion things that are going to happen between now and our show tomorrow. So
right.
We'll have that all for you, the news that you can use. Jennifer, looks like you have the quote of the day.
I do. We missed the quote of the day the last couple of times, so here is the quote of the day. Live every moment, love beyond words, and laugh every day.
Laugh every day. Now, did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that.
That was called the wrong button. That's what that was called. Yeah. So, great quote of the day. We'll be back full strength, full power, with all these top news stories, and we'll get to the nitty-gritty and explain all those situations that I said that we're going to explain. Any final words for the audience?
No, just have a wonderful night, and we will be back tomorrow night.
All right, that we shall be. And until then, I am saying goodbye to you all. And, of course, we'll have more show ideas, thoughts, and times and dates and all that hunky-dory stuff for you that you do not want to miss out on. Especially since it has to do with Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, and all that good stuff. So, don't miss out on that. Again, we'll be back tomorrow night with a brand new NTR Daily. And you guys have a nice and safe night. So long, everybody.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of, well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved.
For another episode of NTR Daily with co-host Jennifer Gregerson, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and most popular major streaming sites and services, along with select terrestrial markets and stations around the nation. Valhalla Beard and Body, Gentle Lady Boutique, Patriot Shit Outfitters at patriotshit.com, and of course, Art Bell. Because if he wasn't around back in the day, we wouldn't be right here tonight. All opinions, thoughts, views, and ideas are exclusive only to NTR Daily and the Night Talks Radio Network. The preceding content is for you and you only, and for you to judge. It is not our intention here at NTR Daily, the Night Talks Radio Network, or Night Talks Radio Live to change your belief, sway your opinion, purposely give you false or misinformation. However, we will give the bold truth, which some people just can't take. If that's the case, you can simply turn the dial or turn NTR Daily off. Copyright 2022 NTR Daily, Night Talks Radio Live, and the Night Talks Radio Network. And for me, Daniel Brewer, saying, until the next NTR Daily, stay safe and remember, they are listening. So long, everybody.